Like, what does that mean to y'all? Okay. Talk to me. What does grade point average mean? What is that number supposed to say?
Kind of like your overall score of what you've been doing for the past years or 2 years, 3, however long you've been in college.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else? What is grade point average? What is that measurement supposed to say about you? Please say that again. Very good. Your GPA is, she said, how much work you put in while you're in school. Okay? Can y'all hear me? Red hat, you hear me? Okay. Grade point average is the work that you put in while you're in school. She did not say how smart you are. Okay? Grade point average has nothing to do with how smart you are. Okay? It has nothing to do with what you know. It has everything to do with how hard you study and how hard you put yourself towards and apply yourself to make the grade that needs to happen. The test is going to come. You already know when the test day is. You just didn't study for the test. How many y'all got midterms coming up now, right? Y'all in it now. Y'all had it last week. Okay, so how long were y'all studying before y'all took the test? No, be honest, real. Be honest, real. Let's say, okay, everybody who studied a week ahead of time, raise your hand. You studied a week ahead of time? Okay, 2 weeks ahead of time. A month ahead of time. 3 days ahead of time. Okay, I got somebody. 2 days ahead of time. The night before. There we go. Okay. I was like, y'all. So your GPA, so I said to say your GPA is not a testament of necessarily how smart you are. It's really talks about how hard you put the work in. So if we all had studied 2 months before the test was, we have a much better chance of making it 100 on that test rather than wrecking our brain trying to stuff something in there that's not going to stay. So the reason I say that is because don't put so much value into a GPA. Put value in how you develop yourself. You need to develop as a student. You need to develop as someone who works. When I went to my first job, I was in the supply chain program. I had one of the best supply chain directors in the world. Quite literally, he was never in class because he was in Berlin doing speeches at supply chain conferences. I had the blueprint. He literally gave me the blueprint. When I went to my first job, that man had to sit me down in that chair for 3 days and train me on everything that they do in supply chain. And the only reason I got it is because I figured out how I learn. So go back to the other slide right before this one. Okay, you can go back to the other one. Okay, so go to the first one. I'm sorry, not the first slide. Keep going. Go to the one that's yes, learning style. Okay, so the major part of what you're doing right now is you need to figure out how to learn. And if y'all have pen and paper or if y'all write down something, I really need y'all to understand this. Use y'all phones. Please learn how you learn, okay? And that's the reason I put this up here. I'm very good at math. If you give me a math problem, I can figure it out. It's a formula. It's over and over again. If it's a paper that I have to read and then go back and write it out like what I learned in that paper, it's not going to happen. Okay? I'm just being honest with it's not going to happen. That's not how I learn. So for me, I'm more of a kinesthetic learner. I have to do something and do repetition with it in order to learn it. Y'all need to learn which one y'all are. So you got auditory, you have auditory learning, you have visual learning, you have kinesthetic learning. Auditory learning, of course, you can hear it and it sticks with you. So how many people are like that? You hear it in class, the professor is talking to you, you can hear what somebody says and it sticks to you, you don't have to worry about it. You might have to listen to it over and over again, but you're good. Who else? You got 2 people? I got 2 people raise their hand? All right, you can go to the next slide. Visual learners. You see it, you can look over a few times, and you good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, cool. Kinesthetic learners. You got to write it out over and over again until you get it. All right, cool. Listen, if y'all do not know what your learning style is, please don't take that lightly, okay? Because that's something that's going to carry you for the rest of your life. And I'm talking about as soon as you graduate and touch down, as soon as you walk across that stage, please understand that it's coming. And you're going to have to really know. And the process of you learning how you learn is more important than knowing the information. They're going to throw things at you that you aren't going to know. You're going to learn things through college that you're going to need to know, of course, and like have that understanding of it. But I'm telling you, by the time y'all graduate, the conversations that are going to be had might be things that you do not necessarily know, but you're going to have to be able to learn. And that is what people do look at when they do hire. If they hire you for an internship, they hire you for a job or whatever it is, they're looking at, are you coachable? Can I really teach this person? If I train this person, am I going to have to train them for 2 months, or can I just train them for a week and they got it? That's a deciding factor in how people hire. So you need to do right now, just figure out how you learn. Literally just figure that out. Once y'all figure that out, I'm telling you, as someone who had a 1.5 GPA as a freshman before, at midterms, I learned how I learned, and I literally got my GPA up before I graduated. If I had known that in the beginning, I could have went and partied. I could have went and did all the other stuff. I could have been involved in all these organizations and kept the grades that I was in. I didn't know how I learned. So studying gave me anxiety. So I was trying to learn like my homeboy that's a visual learner. He could look at it 3 times. Cool. My line brother, he's a computer science major. Computer science major, 4.0. From freshman year until he graduated. Like 4.0 from freshman year till he graduated. Never had anything. The lowest grade that he had was a B. The lowest grade. Because he was a visual learner, he knew how he learned, so he knew his process and how he did it. I'm not that. If I want to make all A's, I have to write this out 20 times. I have to write these definitions out. And yes, it's going to take longer, but at least I know once I get this done, I'm making the grade that I need to make. So find out what you are and just be intentional about when you're going through things. The next time y'all have a test, the next time y'all have an assignment or studying or things like that, make sure that y'all are thinking about that in the back of your head. All right, cool. This is how I learn, so I need to do this part. All right, so we can go to the next one. All right, so the next part is involvement. So you're on campus, right? And y'all want to get involved. Y'all want to be a part of organizations. Y'all want to support each other, be friends, come and have different communities. Y'all might want to go Greek one day. Y'all want to do a lot of different things. Getting involved is very, very, very important. Getting involved will teach you the skills that you need to work in those other fields, in the field that you want to be in, but you have to know how to take advantage of that and to really tap into the things that you're involved into. So as someone who was president of an organization, I was president, I was vice president, I was parliamentarian, I was regular members, I was committee members, all those different things. I've literally done every side of involvement. Antonio was the secretary of Men of Excellence when I came into Mississippi State. After that, I got on the executive board, became parliamentarian. After that, I became president. So through that, all of that, I learned these skills that's helping me talk to y'all like this right now. I would not be able to talk to y'all like this if I didn't do those things in college. My dad was a pastor. It didn't matter. I quite literally would not be able to talk to y'all like this if I didn't do it myself. And these are skills that I'm using now that I can go make extra money with. So I don't only just talk to y'all, I actually go and train people when it comes to marketing, branding, consulting, all those different things. I quite literally make money talking and doing presentations like this. This is a skill that you can learn by being involved if you take that part seriously. So getting involved on campus will help you build the foundational skills you need to take advantage of any opportunity that comes your way. The skills that I'm about to talk about right now, I need y'all to really, 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 really understand that these are like the do or die skills that you quite literally need to have before you leave your freshman year. And if you're a sophomore, you need to figure this out before your semester over. So the next slide. All right. Communication skills. You have to know how to properly communicate the vision that you have. So a lot of times y'all might be texting somebody and you say something and they be like, why you got an attitude? And you like, I don't have an attitude. I just said that. It was like, nah, well, you said that like, how do you know I said that like that? It's a text message. So things can get misconstrued if you don't communicate correctly, right? So understanding that, and that could be the same way. I could have came up here and said something in a tone of voice, and y'all would have been like, who he think he is? And that's for real. Like, and I could have very well had very intent of, bringing value, doing this, doing that, but it would have came off the wrong way. Please understand that you can't talk to everybody the same way. You have to understand and set the tone and read the room a lot of times when you are meeting other people. Communication skills is a really good thing because when you do get your job, you're going to have to communicate a lot of different things. They're going to ask you questions. And even before you even get the job, you got to do the interview, which is all communication. OK, so that's the first one. The next one is increasing leadership skills. The leadership skills that I have built while I've been involved have really helped me give me a guard for standards in my own life. So the discipline that you get, the timeliness, the understanding that you aren't making a decision just for yourself. Now that I have my own company, I'm starting the process. Like next summer, I'm going to start hiring people. So when I hire people, I can't make a decision based off me. So if I'm tired one day, I can't say, all right, I'm tired, I'm not going to do nothing. No, I have to get up and go to work because if I don't, somebody's family not going to eat because I've hired them. That's a leadership skill. What you're doing, when you do go get a job and you become a manager or you become a director, she's the dean. She can't just get up one day and say, no, I can't do this because I'm tired. One, because of the paycheck, but two, she's a leader and she cares about y'all. It's not just banking on her just being tired and nothing's going to happen. Y'all would be messed up. It's not just about that decision that decision that you make just for yourself isn't just about you. So, and a lot of people aren't necessarily just the leader of an organization. You don't have to be the president of an organization to be a leader. You don't have to be involved in an organization to be a leader. You can quite literally start your own thing. I have a degree and I have my own business. I don't have to have a degree to do what I do in my business. That has nothing to do with that. I can literally be working at a job being a director or a manager or whatever. I just made the decision to go off in a different route. But if I didn't have those leadership skills to make that understanding for myself, that wasn't going to be there. OK, so getting involved on campus is important. If y'all are not involved on campus, I urge you to do so. NAACP, any organization that can help you build the skills that you have, you need to go ahead and get involved. Organization skills, being timely. Being timely. Being timely. Being timely. I'm talking to myself too. Being timely. Please, 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 please understand. Our parents weren't just talking, y'all. I was being timely. I wore the suits. I looked the part. I had a haircut. All right, they're going to be cool. They know I'm cool. They know I got the work ethic, stuff like that. No. I lost out on a $10,000 deal because I was 5 minutes late. And I told them I was going to be late. I lost out on $10,000 because I was late. I was proactive and I told them. They knew me personally. Didn't happen. Please understand that being timely is not about just showing up and just looking a certain way. It's really taking advantage of the opportunities that you have and those organization skills that you can develop those skills and have that understanding of being on time and practicing being on time while you are in college now and being involved. So when y'all have meetings, when y'all have class, be on time. Practice that. That's a process that you're going to have. And that's a part of just developing yourself. The interpersonal skills. All right. Interpersonal skills is how you deal with other people. All right. You're not going to like everybody at your job. You're not going to like everybody at your class. And everybody isn't going to like you. OK. There are going to be times when people are going to say things, they're going to do things that you aren't going to like, and they aren't going to like what you do either. However, knowing how to deal with those situations now will help you in the long run. Please understand, this might be the most important skill you can ever do. Learn how to deal with other people. Learn how to manage yourself when everybody else going crazy. Okay? I have worked with churches. I have worked with other businesses, other clients, and things like that. And let me tell y'all something. If I didn't have the interpersonal skills, it was gonna be some very dark days. I had to call collect to my dad and be like, Dad, go and pick me up from 201. Because I done beat up somebody because they don't know how to talk to me. But for real, have that skill of learning how to deal with people, learn how to control yourself, learn how to, if somebody say something to you crazy, you stand there and look at them like, oh my gosh, okay, and you walk away. Learn that, like really practice that. Like that's something that y'all really need to learn because it's going to happen, okay? It's going to be a thing. We good? All right, cool. And of course, the last part is increasing self-confidence. Self-confidence is the most important thing that you can have in life. I personally, in my journey right now, I'm literally building up my self-confidence again. I've going through life. When I graduated from college, like I said before, I was involved in everything. The vice president of student affairs knew me by name. The president of the school knew me by name. Most of all the organizations, people, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, when I was a senior, knew me by name. I got people now that's hit me up in Mississippi State now saying like, hey, you're the guy that was at Mississippi State that did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not to toot my own horn, but I was him, okay? But for real, and I'm not saying that for blowing my own. I'm saying that because I was involved in everything. I did the blueprint. They told us to get involved. They told us to have the grades. They told us to go to college, get the degree, look the part, be presentable, all those different things, right? I did all of it. My resume was stacked. I had a Fortune 500 company on my resume. I had president, vice president, parliamentarian. I had the jobs that specifically lined up with the job I was applying for, all that type of stuff. I graduated in December. Tell me when I got a job. I got a job that next March. I applied to 200 plus jobs from August to December, my senior year. 200 plus jobs. Resume stacked. The person who hired me was not one of the 200 plus people I applied to. Yes. Please understand that getting involved in these organizations will help you have the confidence to keep going. Going from being involved, going to meetings all day, going to class all day, going to do all these different things, hosting events, doing events, and then going from graduation to just sitting in the house. I quite literally had 3 anxiety attacks. Between 3 really bad anxiety attacks from December to March. Because everything that I was doing was tied into the things that I was doing. And once I did everything and it got cut off, I literally felt worthless. But my direction and what I was doing, I was putting too much value in the titles and the positions instead of just really focusing on really building me, building myself, being intentional about building these skills so I could be better. So when the opportunity does come, I know that I'm ready. And even when I did the interview and everything like that, I did fine, I did great, all that type of stuff. But please understand, having and being in these organizations, that's going to help build up the self-confidence. If I didn't have those organizations to help me build that confidence, I don't know what I would have did. I probably would have settled for something else that I didn't need to do that was going to push me to where I am now. So those are the 5 different things that you all need to be focusing on that you can do when you do get involved. And when you do get involved, check this out. You're a criminal justice major, right? So say, for an example, you get involved in, let's just say you get involved in NAACP, right? What position would you go for? What position would you go for? Oh, if you get involved in the NAACP, what position would you go for? Okay, president. Okay, cool. So how can you use being president how can you intertwine being president into what you do with your major? You see what I'm saying? Think about that. Who else? What the other majors are? Social work, right? If you get into an organization, how can you intertwine what you do in class, your major, into the organization that you're going into? When I was in school, I'm a marketing major. What did I do? I was over the social media. I built that skill up, so now I get paid to help people build their social media. So intertwine the major that you have, no matter what the major is. When you do get involved, attach it to your major and be intentional about it. I don't care if they do have a social media manager. If you're a marketing major and there's a social media manager in there, I don't care. I'm the social media manager because I'm the marketing major. It is what it is. I need to build these skills. I need to build these skills to get where I need to go. Because I'm not in this major just to be in this major, just to say I have a degree in criminal justice. I'm not saying that. I'm literally saying that to be the best in the job that I'm gonna get when I do have this degree. But you have to have these skills to go along with that. All right, we can go to the next one. All right, social life. This is what I really want to get to. All right, cool. So social life in college, freshmen and sophomores. y'all know this. We all know this. Social media is social media, right? Your social media can be the life and death of your career. All right, we know that, right? Please understand. It's the life and death of your career, of your college career, of your professional career. Like I said before, with involvement, use social media to your advantage to promote and to develop the skills that you need to get where you're going. Not for what you're doing right now, for where you are going, all right? So social media, what y'all use social media for now? My guy right here. You got social media? What you got? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? What y'all be post? What you be post?
Nothing really. I don't post.
You don't post like that?
I just look at stuff.
What you look at?
Instagram, Snapchat.
Okay.
Stories, or posts, TikToks.
Okay. What you look at?
I look at what I post.
What you post?
I'm trying to be a big influencer, so I've been trying to build that up.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
That's it.
Okay. What else y'all be looking at? What y'all post on y'all pages? Come on now, y'all talk to me now. I know y'all be putting it on, but talk to me now. Like, what's up? What you be posting? I know you be posing up here in the front. I seen your picture already. You posed there in the front in the courtyard. You said what? Watching baseball. Okay. Who else? What do y'all post on what do y'all post on y'all pages? Okay, so y'all different generation. We used to post. We used to put it on and be like, here. So well, the reason why I'm saying that is because y'all can use social media to y'all's advantage because, of course, social media, y'all can have opportunities. Now, of course, with influencers and all these other things and stuff like that, yes. But really using social media to present how you want to be viewed in general is so important. Social media is your resume, okay? A lot of times when I got hired for my job for my internship, the HR team went to my social media. Before they sent the offer letter to my email, they went to my social media page. They went to my Instagram. And they literally said, they were like, it's so many people that were accepted that did not get the offer because we looked at their social media. Like, it's that important. Like, you could do great in the interview. You can have all the skills to stack a resume. You could be completely qualified. They look on that. They look on your Instagram and they tell you that they finna send you an offer letter. And that night you on your story smoking. Like, gone. And I'm not trying to say that to scare y'all. I'm saying that y'all don't have to post everything. Like, always understand that everybody's watching. And I always take this route. If my grandma will watch my page. Now, will my grandma be disappointed when I'm finna post? If I know she gonna be like, now, baby, what is this? I'm not gonna post that, you know what I'm saying? But if I post something that I know is gonna make her proud or make her happy or represent her well, all right, cool. And I feel like that's a good guide that y'all can have right now, since y'all are freshmen, since y'all are sophomores, y'all are on social media. Please guide yourselves accordingly. Because that's a very important part, even getting involved with other organizations. This lady, I know she knows plenty of people that can put y'all all in jobs right now. I know at least 4 or 5 people that need people to hire right now. But they're gonna be like, what's y'all Instagram? Like, that's the first question they're gonna ask. And the people that are hiring now are my age. And we, of course, we grew up, we don't know anything but social media too, just like y'all. So yeah, social life on campus, make sure that y'all are conducting yourselves, especially when homecoming next week. Now, y'all can go turn up, like, do y'all thing, but please understand that the things that y'all do post, it might adjust some things if you're trying to take advantage of another opportunity, okay? The next thing is networking. Networking on campus right now, you all need to be looking at everybody else, okay? Networking with your peers. Antonio, I met him my freshman year of college. That was in 2014, and I'm standing in front of y'all right now because of him. That's networking. Understand the people that you meet, it does not matter how long, whatever, meet them, have that conversation, network with them, build relationships with people. And also, this is a rule of thumb that I've learned just through trickling through everything. When you do network with people, don't network for just the opportunity to get something. Network with the thought process of what opportunity can I present this person. Okay? If you're networking in the position of saying that you're going to give an opportunity to somebody, it's a much better conversation is going to be had. And you can really build the relationship through that. And also the next part is first impressions. First impressions are very important. And of course, all y'all talk about that. Everybody talks about that through life, high school, all that type of stuff. It's a skill, honestly. And that's why I learned through being involved as well. One day I'll be on campus and I'll wear t-shirts and jeans and tennis shoes. The professor looked me in my face and walked right past me. The very next day I wore a suit and I walked the same route that I do every day to go to class. He literally stopped me in my tracks and said, "Is your name Dr. Brown?" He said, "Aren't you Dr. Brown?" I was like, "No, I'm Charles. I walked past you yesterday and you didn't even speak to me." And he was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm Dr. So-and-so, so-and-so." Just off the strength of me changing my outfit, I'm a completely different person now. And it might suck, and it might be like, dang, no, that's exactly what we want. If I can get a conversation with the people that I need a conversation with just by changing what I wear, absolutely. Y'all have to learn that the first impressions that y'all have with people are so important. If the first time y'all saw me and I had on some holy jeans and some run over tennis shoes and a t-shirt and I came up here, I would never come back. I probably wouldn't even got on stage if it lived up to her. Or even Antonio wouldn't even let me come in here like that. But because of the first impressions that you have, it will present opportunities later down the line. And it's not going to happen right away, but you have set the tone for who you are as a person, so you're going to be in their minds on a regular basis. We can go to the next slide. And okay, so got the degree, now what? Like I said before, when I graduated, I didn't have a job right away, and I did everything right. I did everything I told y'all to do, and it still didn't happen, right? So go to the next one. The last part is make sure that y'all are setting goals for yourself. That's why I said in the beginning that you need to find out what your passion is now. Because regardless of what your passion is, if you don't have a job, you know what that passion is, and you can still do that some way, form, or fashion. The only thing that really kept me going in that time that I was not working was because I was working with clients for my business that I wanted to do because I knew I was passionate about marketing. So find that thing you're passionate about and find an opportunity to do that thing you're passionate about. And even if you aren't getting paid, do it for free. And I know everybody wants money, everybody wants this and wants that. I get it. Y'all need to train and learn the skills. I'm still paying dues on that. I've been out of school since 2018. I'm still doing things for free now. I'm still working on skills. I'm still building those skills. And you'll never be perfect. I'm better than I was. So some stuff I'm not doing anymore. However, I'm still having to always continuously learn and build skills and be intentional about that. Set an end goal for yourself. Like, think about that now. Think about it. If you're 90 years old, you're 95 years old, and you tired, what do you want to say your life was like? Just think about it for a second. You don't have to answer. Don't have to think about it. Really, y'all really sit down right now and think about it for about 10 seconds. You're 95 years old, and what do you want to say your life was? What do you want your legacy to be in life? Whatever that is, in between what y'all like 19, 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there, 21, okay? Y'all got 70 years in between that time. How are you going to make that 70 years count? And even when I work with clients that I work with long term, I always ask them, what is your end goal? Because if we don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter for me working with you. I couldn't drive to Seattle and not know I was going to Seattle. I can't just get in the car and be like, I'm gonna just drive and just see if I can get there. No, I had to be intentional. I had to go on GPS and say, hey Siri, where is Seattle? How do I get there? And that's what y'all need to work on. If you want to be a wig influencer, how do I be the best wig influencer in Memphis? Like, figure that out. Like, ask that question. Be intentional about those things. Like, really learn and try to figure out what you want to do and don't play with it. Because once you do that, it'll start a process for you to really build those skills and do the things that you want to do. And opportunities. Opportunities will definitely come and go, y'all. So don't be discouraged by that. The only thing that you can keep consistent is how you are presented, okay? A lot of times, and even with me, a lot of times I have to even check myself when I do deals. If I go to somebody with this contract and whatever amount of money and they tell me no, before I was like, all right, man, like I would start discouraging myself because I took it too personal because the opportunity didn't happen. Me not getting the opportunity had nothing to do with how valuable I was or wasn't. It had something to do with the fact that opportunity wasn't